So in this exercise, we're going to create a Docker image for an Express web server that's running on Node.js, and we're going to store that image in DockerHub. Then what we're going to do is deploy that image from DockerHub to AWS ECS, the Elastic Cloud, and we're going to front it with an API gateway so that we can hit it, and we're going to have a load balancer that'll load balance across 3 machines in this case, and then we can make an HTTP request to the web server. So that's what we're going to do, and I've already created the Docker image and pushed it up to my repository in DockerHub. We've got a separate video for doing that, but now let's take a look at how we use the AWS CDK, the Cloud Development Kit, to deploy that image to the Elastic Cloud. Okay, so this is the code that we're going to use. So this is TypeScript, and we need the following libraries: the AWS CDK, which we'll install, and we're going to access the core, the AWS EC2, the AWS ECS, and the Elastic Cloud Balancing version 2. Here we're going to create a stack, and we're going to specify that it's an ECS cluster. This is a virtual private network. Anytime you use AWS, you have to create a virtual private cloud. In that, we're going to have a cluster of machines. We're going to use default auto-scaling group, and the machines are going to be T2 micro, and we're going to have a max capacity of 3. We're going to get our image. So here we're specifying we want a container, and we're going to add to that container this image that is specified as JRW Tango, which is my DockerHub name, and in my repository in DockerHub we've got already this image expressColor. Here we're coupling up that service, so we're going to be running it in the container on port 3000, and we've got an external load balancer and a public listener here, and we're going to have the external listener run on port 80, and we're going to print out the external DNS name so we can access it. Okay, so now we need to bring up terminal window. So I'm already in the right repository. We need to install the AWS CDK. So here we can install it. Okay, and then we need to do an npm run build. We can take a look at CDK diff. We'll see how different what we're asking now AWS to build is from anything that we have built already up there. In my case, I don't have anything up there, so this is actually going to tell us exactly what's going to be built. If we wanted to look at the actual CloudFormation template, we could do a CDK synth, and I'll specify I'd like it in JSON format. And that's actually quite a long CloudFormation template. The CDK builds in all the right security clearances that we need, permissions, etc. And we'll cover that in a different video, but we have that CloudFormation template. Now we need to deploy it. So CDK deploy. And I've been through in another video how you set up your keys, because we obviously need to give AWS permission to build all this. So it's going to access my keys, which are already in the right place, and it's deploying. And I'll pause it here. So it's on step 38 now. Let's go take a look on AWS. So I've logged into AWS, and let's take a look at what we have running on EC2. So running instances, it's got some that are spinning up here. This one is pending. Let's go back to take a look to see if it's finished building yet. Okay, so that service is up and running now, and it's given us a DNS. Here's the DNS. I'm going to copy that and let me paste it into a new tab here. So hello world, and if I hit random, it comes up with a different random color. So our container is running, and our web server is in the container on, in fact, 3 machines, and there's load balancing going on with these requests. So that's it, and now we can, let's tear this down. So CDK destroy now will tear down our stack. So that's pretty neat. Okay, see you again. Bye for now.